Hey guys, hello. I'm here with the Grimoire today. It's a pretty cool archetype. It's more of a hybrid. It has some healing capabilities, has some range stuff. It's pretty cool in a group setting. It's kind of the way I made the specialization tree work. I picked stuff for for team play. So I'm going for more of that kind of route. As far as stats go, he has intelligence, which is good. It decreases the amount of energy your powers need. It reduces the cooldowns. It gives you a little bit of stealth sight. You can kind of see some invisible things like mobs. It's not really all that useful, but I guess in PvP it might be. You have Ego, increases range damage, hold resistance, and knock strength. So that's good. Range knock strength, by the way. And Presence increases bonus healing, hold strength, crowd control resistance. So that's fantastic. If you notice, most of my stats that aren't my super stats are 93. That's pretty high since I don't have any gear for it, but that's only because of my passive, which gives me 66 all stats and gives my teammates an extra 20 stats. In the hybrid role or in the support role, I get 62 and all my teammates get 54. I don't know if I'm in the hybrid or if I'm in support. I'm assuming this gear is for hybrid. I'm assuming. I think support is a plus sign, but I'm not for sure. I'm just throwing that out there. So anyway, let's get down to business, shall we? To intelligence. We start off with Battle of Wits. Your intelligence now grants a bonus to hold strength. You really only have like one stun. Most of your stuff is roots. You have 4 roots. 2 of those are from advantage points. You're really not going to take that much advantage from this ability. And it's 3 points, so I'm not going to go that route. Instead, I went with Tactician. Your secondary super stats now grant offense. That's fantastic. I have a lot of ego, and I should have a lot of presence. And you have Enlightened. Your non-super stats grant 30% more than their normal stated bonuses. This is good. If you have like 100 of a stat, this gives you like 30 extra of that stat. So I almost have like 100. So I almost get like 30 extra points. So with Dex, I get more crit. With recovery, I get more energy equilibrium. I get more energy, all that stuff. I get more bonus from that. I think it's really good, so I picked that. And you have preparation. Your endurance increases your equilibrium. I wouldn't really recommend getting that. I mean, it's nice and everything, but we already have a high recovery. It goes halfway. Right here, the equilibrium does. You shouldn't really be energy starved. You have a sigil that gives you energy anyway, so you really shouldn't be starved of energy. So next we have expertise. Your secondary super stats grant 20% more of their normal stated bonus, similar to Enlighten, but this is for only your secondary super stats, such as ego and presence. So that's good. And you have tinkering. Increases the amount of offense and defense you receive from items. I didn't really go that way. You can if you really want to, but I instead went with detect vulnerability. Your intelligence now grants defense penetration. So now with my intelligence value at 379, it lowers the resistances by 32%. So that's good. And last you have revitalize. Your energy builder reduces the remaining recharge time of all your currently recharging abilities by 2%. Anything that reduces the recharge time, I really suggest getting that with gear, such as this piece of gear, than spending points into it. Next we have the Guardian Tree, starting off with Ruthless, increasing your critical severity by 10%. Severity is good, increases the damage that your crit does. And it's easy to find crit gear, but it's hard to find stuff with severity on it. So any specialization points with severity, I would automatically get. Next we have Make It Count. Increases the damage and decreases the cost of your blast attacks. Unless you're really going to be using your blast attacks, I wouldn't recommend getting this. It's 3 points. That's not really that fantastic. And since it's only benefiting one of your moves anyway, it's really not that great to get. Only the exception to that is like the soldier video when I talk about sniper rifle. That's only because sniper rifle is a really good ability and the whole thing is kind of based around that. But this, you're not based around your blast attack. so I wouldn't get this. So hopefully that made sense. And next we have Locust. Whenever you strike with or are struck by an AoE, which is an area of effect ability, you gain a stack of Locusts. When you get 30 stacks, they erupt and you get 49 offense and defense. That increases your damage and increases your damage resistance. So that's pretty fantastic. Next we have Fortified Gear. Increases the amount of defense you get from items by 30%. Now I started off with 1 point here because you have 2 and 2, that's 4. And you need 5 to get to the next row. So I put 1 point, but I ended up putting all my points in here because we have the best defense. You gain 100% of your defense as offense. So all the defense you get is converted to offense as well, which increases your damage. Because the other ones I didn't really like too much. I mean, they're okay, but as far as like a retribution, single targets made against you have a 10% chance to trigger retribution. Basically gives you like a little bit of damage strength, gives you some health points. You already have a heal, and single target attacks. I mean, in theory, you shouldn't be getting hit with single target stuff if you're in a team. You should be kind of far away. And if you do get hit, it may be by an AoE, so I wouldn't really get this too much. If you're soloing, I would suggest maybe considering this if you really want to. Same thing with Tenacious. Whenever you take damage, you gain 5 offense. Like I said, that's okay, but I would much rather get the best defense because I think you get a little bit more damage off this, and well, depending on your defense value. And you have to find the mark. Your ranged attacks have a 10% chance to expose your target. It's only a 10% chance, and exposing increases your chance to quickly strike the target with ranged attacks by 3%. I'm sure it goes up to 9 because it's a 3-pointer thing. Really, it's only a chance to happen, and I would much rather just have a flat damage boost, so I went with the best defense. Next we have the Overseer. Now we start off with Impact. Whenever you quickly strike an enemy, you reduce the damage they deal by 4%. That's not terrible, and I'll get back to that in just a minute. We're going to go with Overseer Aura. You and your teammates gain an additional 5% range damage strength, so not only you do more damage, but your friends do more damage at range as well. Next we have Ruthless. Like I said, with crit severity, you want to take it. And we have Administer. The strength of your blast attacks, heals, and shields increase by 3%. You do have a blast attack and you do have a heal, but you don't have any shields. So you only benefit from 2 of these things. Blast attacks you shouldn't be using all the time. And heals, I guess it's okay. You can probably get this up to 9% because it's a 3-point thing here. But I'm really not feeling it so much. You can get it if you really want to, but I'm not going to take it. And we have Enhanced Gear. Increases the amount of offense you receive from items. I think we already have enough offense. We're feeling pretty good with our damage value here, so I'm not going to go too much into that. Conservation reduces the energy cost of your heals. Now, like I said, with any type of reduced energy cost or reduction, it's best to get it with gear. And also, you only have like a heal. You don't have any paralyze. You don't have an incapacitate. You don't have a confuse. You don't have a placate. I'm probably saying that word wrong. So you're really not going to benefit from all the things it does. It's a good spec thing to have, but just not for this archetype, I believe. Then we have Trapped. Whenever you paralyze, incapacitate, or root a target, they take 9% more damage. Now the reason why I went with this is because you do have roots. You have 4 roots. 2 of those are from advantage points. So you should be getting this a lot. You get 9% more damage. So you should be benefiting from this on a regular basis. Then we have Honor. Whenever you heal or shield an ally, your next attack gains 10% damage strength. This effect lasts up 10 seconds. It can stack up to 3 times. When you heal or shield an ally, you don't have any shields, but you do have a heal. You can heal an ally. Now this counts as anything that you can heal, not just a friend, but like your sigils you can heal. So you can heal a sigil, then do more damage. Now you can pick Honor, or you can go with Impact. They kind of do the same thing, but just in a different way. I went with Honor, but you can go Impact if you want, or you can put your 2 points somewhere else. So anywhere you want to put them at is fine, but I just went with this personally. And last we have your Mastery. You have Guardian Mastery. Your blast powers give you a stack of Alacrity. You shouldn't be using your blast so much, and that gives you dodge rating. You don't really need dodge rating, so this isn't very good in my opinion. Then we have Overseer Mastery. Increases the base damage of healing done to targets at or below 20% health. This is pretty good actually. You can pick this, second best choice if you want your heals to be better. Or you can go with Intelligence Mastery. Increases all your non-super stats by 10. I went with that because I can benefit from Enlighten with it. You can use the Overseer Mastery for your heals, and that's fine. So either one of these is good in my opinion. I just happen to go with this one. So that's it for the Grimoire. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions for the next archetype, please let me know. This was supposed to come out yesterday, but things got a little hairy. I have been sick, so my schedule's been kind of wonky, kind of messed up. So this came in on Tuesday. Now, I do have a plan for a theme video. Maybe it's supposed to come out last week, but it probably will come out this week, maybe on Friday. I'm trying to get one worked up. I'm having a little trouble making it cohesive. You'll see why, but hopefully that'll be done. And thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat educational and you learned something from it. And goodbye.